I'm doing my video. Sorry. I'm finally gonna do the video that I was supposed to do on the Hunger Games book. I've been putting it off because I have not been able to be alone in my house. And if I'm not alone in my house, people are making a lot of noise. This is gonna be my official review for Sunrise on the Reaping, and just, my thoughts on the Hunger Games series and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Again, I'm gonna say I did not like Sunrise on the Reaping as much as everybody else did. I felt very alone in the fact that I didn't love it as much as everybody else did. It was good, but it was alright. I don't think it was out of the Hunger Games series in general, all of Susanna Collins' books, it was actually my least favorite. I thought, and I know I'm alone in that because I was just oh, this was my favorite one. I loved it, and I was just there anyway. Anyways, I stand alone. I feel I haven't seen any bad reviews on it since it came out, and I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it as much as I loved every other Hunger Games book that I've read. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna give you my ranking of the Hunger Games books, what I consider to be the best of the best. My favorite book of the Hunger Games books, of all of them, is The Hunger Games. I did not expect to like the first book to be my favorite, but it was my favorite. The Hunger Games, the first one at least, was my favorite. It just ate. And then another controversial opinion that I kind of have is that I don't like the movie adaptations of The Hunger Games. Everybody loves them. I don't like who they casted for Katniss. Katniss should not have been white. And I say this she should not have been white. And this is not even me trying to be controversial or anything, but I didn't I think with the history of America and everything, I don't think Katniss should have been cast as a white girl. And not just that, but I feel they took in the movies, they take a lot away from Katniss' character a lot of the time. Just Peter's character in the movies I don't like him in the movies as much as I like him in the books, whatever. But The Hunger Games is my favorite one of all of Susanna's calls in the Hunger Games verse. My second one is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This was almost a 5-star. Almost. But it was a bit too, it wasn't too dark, but it was, I think my biggest mistake is that I trusted Coriolanus too much. I think this is a controversial opinion, but Coriolanus is one of my favorite characters in the whole series. I think his evilness and his cuttingness makes him one of my favorite characters. I feel sorry, my throat. I feel people are always talking oh, evil character. I feel you're allowed to like evil characters, and you're allowed to your favorite characters be evil. I think everybody's oh, why do you like him? He's evil. I know. I ate this shit up. And not just that, because I love Lucy Gray. I truly love Lucy Gray. Lucy Gray, she is my queen. She is my Shayla. I would die for her. She is the baddest bitch. But I indeed like Coriolanus. I think I like them both. I really enjoyed this book. This was almost a 5-star for me. I loved the movie. Do I think it was the best adaptation? Yeah, I think it's one of the best adaptations I've seen, but I think they lost a lot of Coriolanus' evilness and controllingness in the movie. They didn't translate it well onto the screen, I would say. A lot of things were lost, in my opinion, but still, this is one of my favorite ones, just behind The Hunger Games. But it does make me sad. Again, I really like Coriolanus. I was rooting for him until everything went to shit, and until everything hit the fan. There's a cat in my window. Sorry, is that I have my window open and some of those cats pass through. But I really like Songbirds of Ballad and Snakes. It's one of my favorites. and it just ate. It ate where it had to eat, and it broke me. I did not cry though. Really, I think I didn't cry because I just knew what was gonna happen. I would say that I knew too much at what was gonna happen. I think my second one is Catching Fire. Everybody's favorite one is Catching Fire. It's not my favorite though. My favorite is The Hunger Games. I don't know why I don't like Catching Fire as much as everybody does. I remember when I first read it, I thought it was slow. I don't remember. I haven't read this since like a year ago, so my memory is a bit, you know. But I remember I didn't like it. Like, I know everybody's favorite is Catching Fire. Wait, is it Catching Fire? Yes. And I thought it was alright. Like, again, I like The Hunger Games more than I like Catching Fire. I don't know why, but I do like the characters that were introduced to this book. Like, we're introduced to Johanna, Finnick, Annie. Do we see Annie? I don't know. I don't remember that well, but we get introduced to other characters and other tributes. And it was just good. It isn't my favorite one, but I really liked it. It was still an amazing book. It couldn't hurt. Susanna, I need that woman to teach me her ways. And the last one, well, actually, this isn't the last one. I was listening to Kill a Mockingjay. Mockingjay. I think this one, a lot of people hate this one. A lot of people don't like this one. I feel like this is everybody's least favorite. I'm gonna say I actually really enjoyed this one. Like, I really liked it. I think it helped a lot. Me knowing what was gonna happen to Peter. Like, me knowing and me being prepared. But I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed that, like, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how Susanna used that coin. Was kind of as evil as Snow. They were both cut from the same silk, you could say. Like, neither one was like better than the other, and I really like that because, like, you know, she wasn't some better leader. She was just like him, and I'm happy that was passed through in this book. Sorry. And I'm happy that was shown in the book, because I feel like books don't show that often. Like, I don't feel like, well, no, they do, but she just did it in such a cool way. I really like this book. I like Mockingjay. A lot of people don't like Mockingjay, and I'm gonna say this. I was once going through the reviews on Mockingjay, and I found this review that was like 1 star, and it was about this girl that was Team Gale. I have never in my life met anyone that was Team Gale, like, ever. I've never met a girl that was Team Gale in my 16 years of life until I saw that review on Goodreads. I was like, oh, okay. I just found it crazy. Again, not really, doesn't really matter. And again, I don't own Sunrise on the Reaping because I don't buy hardcovers. I rarely buy hardcovers. I don't like hardcovers, so I haven't bought it. But Sunrise on the Reaping was actually my least favorite of all these books. And The Ballad of Storms and Snakes, my least favorite. It was missing something. I don't know what it was missing, but it was missing something. Like I think it was missing something. I don't know what it's missing. It was missing something for me. Like, all these other books hit so hard. Oh, I have them backwards. And The Ballad of Storms and Snakes, they all hit some hard, and the Sunrise on the Reaping just did not. Like, it was missing something. I don't know. I didn't like it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna confess something that I don't like talking about, but I really liked Coriolanus Snow and Lucy Gray. They're toxic in another world, maybe. But I really like them because, like, at least in the first 2 parts of the story, like, I think, what is it? So yeah, I don't really remember exactly what it's called, but it's like in part, damn, I'm blind. In part, sorry, I'm literally next to, my window's open, so if you guys hear noise, it's that, I can't find it. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, okay, Mentor. Like, you know how the book is divided in parts? Mentor, the games, Peacekeeper, well, did I move my camera? No, not my camera, my phone. I really I liked Lucy Gray and Coriolanus at the beginning. I don't like Susanna did too much of a good job to like make their relationship interesting. Like she did too much of a good job. I hate her for it. But like the two first parts of the book, I was shipping the hell out of them because they have like my favorite trouble. But like, I save your life, and now I have to save you, and like the angst was just there. Like I hate it, but she knows how to write her romance, and she wrote it too well in my opinion. Like she tricked me. She made me believe, and then that man turned out to be a killer, and I'm just like, sorry, you know, I can't. And because of that, because even as I did not like Coriolanus, well, I did like Coriolanus, so but I didn't want to, as someone even asked me try not to like Coriolanus, and like, it's still me shipping Coriolanus and Lucy Gray when I was reading this book, and still to a level wanting to believe that he had a chance, even as I read this book. That I always find this funny because why was I read the Hunger Games trilogy before I read this book. I chose to do it in that order. I was like, yeah, I want to do that, and I'm happy in the order I read the books to a level. But so when I went into Sunrise and Reaping, I was expecting, I don't want to say that I was expecting romance, because a part of me knew that because Haymitch's girlfriend Eleanor is she's not in the games. She is what did I say? So because of this, I kind of knew that we probably wouldn't see Lenore that much. Still, I really liked Lenore. I wish we knew more about her. She kind of ends up being kind of a mystery character in a way, and all the Covey girls to a level are. Again, spoilers ahead. I'm gonna say this. Okay, this is like a review on Sunrise and Reaping and all the Hunger Games books, so there's obviously gonna be spoilers, but I would recommend that if you really like the Hunger Games, read Sunrise on the Reaping, because you will probably enjoy it. I surprisingly didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. It was, so again, Lenore, I wish we got to know more about Lenore, but even in the book they say like, oh, Covey girls have their charm as how their mystery. That I really like the Covey girls. I wish we knew more about the Covey girls. Again, all the characters that we meet in Sunrise and the Reaping, I loved. I love Mace Lee Donner. Oh my god, I forgot. Lulu. Is her name right? Oh my god. Sweetheart. I love how we got to know more of Wires, and why am I forgetting everybody's name all of a sudden? Shit. Okay, Mags, Plutarch. I feel like the most interesting character that we got to know more of was Plutarch. Again, I really don't know what to say. I don't know why all of a sudden I don't know what to say about Sunrise and the Reaping. I was left without words to speak. I don't know, I feel like compared to Lucy Gray and Coriolanus, and compared to Katniss and Peter, I feel like Haymitch and Eleanor felt a bit flat for me. Just because we didn't really see them interact as much as we saw Katniss and Peter interact, as much as we saw Lucy Gray and Coriolanus interact. Like, their relationship to me felt flat because we didn't get to see more of them. And it makes sense. Like, I think since I started the book, I kind of knew that we probably weren't going to get as much as even at all of anything of them, because Eleanor's not in the games, and most of the book is spent on the games. But it was still like a bit disappointing, because compared to the Battle of Summer Snakes and the Hunger Games trilogy, the relationship felt flat to me because we didn't really get to see that much. We do have like Haymitch thinking of Eleanor or whatever, but I kind of wanted to know more of Eleanor. Like, I wanted more, and I don't know, compared to like the other books and their love stories, this one kind of fell flat for me, and it makes me sad because I think it had potential. But anyways, I'm gonna say all the things that I liked, and then I'll go into the things that I didn't like. Then again, Everybody loved this book but me. R.I.P. Everybody loved this book but me. I did not like it as much, but and you know, I really like to see the mentors, like Haymitch's mentors, Max and Wires. I really like Wires' character. She ate. She ate. I really liked her. I like when someone wins their games, not by being the strongest, but by like smarting the system. And I really like that in Wires. Like that. I liked all the backstories that we got from this book. I thought that was interesting. I do have to say this is like the book that we get to see the most brutal side of the Capitol. Like I feel like even in the other Hunger Games, this one really like Susanna was truly, she was like, here, this is how bad they are. I need you to get that through your skull. And I really liked that. I thought that was a very interesting move of her to do that, because I feel like a lot of people were like getting the books out of context and like not seeing what they should see. So I am glad she did that. I liked all the characters. I liked them all. They all ate. I liked all the like. I liked it. I liked it. I might not have loved it, but I did like it. To the bad things or the things that I didn't like. The main reason why I didn't like this book is because I knew everybody was gonna die. A lot of times I spoiled the ending of books for me. I do this a lot. I spoil the ending of books all the time. I spoiled myself the end of Mistborn, the end of Six of Crows by accident. I always spoil the books that I'm gonna read by accident or purposely. I do it. It's my curse. I'm cursed to be I'm cursed to spoil myself. I knew that everybody was gonna die, not because I spoiled myself, because it's literally like, if you have read the Hunger Games, you know that like no one is making it out alive. Like, you know, no one but Haymitch to a level. So because of this, all the characters felt like I felt like a weird disconnection. Like I did love them. I loved Maysoleigh Donner, but like it felt sometimes a bit like like there was no point. Like for me, the story at some points felt like there was not a point of the story. Like it felt like, did we really, like, I understand because of the political things that are happening now in the world. I understand why she probably felt the need to write this, but another part of me is like, I don't think Haymitch, like I liked Haymitch and I did like what it added to the context of the Hunger Games in general, but I don't think the story was necessary. You know, like it felt like I liked it, but it felt unnecessary because I knew everything. And it, again, the whole thing of Haymitch kind of, they're trying to rebel and they're trying to blow up the arena. I understood that, and I kind of got what they were going, like what she was doing with it, but it felt flat at some points. Like, sorry, my phone. It's like I felt like, because I knew where all the characters were gonna end, it felt a bit flat for me. And it's weird because this has never happened before. Again, I always read, a lot of times I spoil myself to the ending of character stats. Like I knew, I got a lot of books spoiled across the years, and I know that certain characters are gonna die. But this book, their deaths felt so unnecessary, like it could not be stopped, and it felt weird. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I just did not like this book as much as I like the others. And it was just, I just feel like it wasn't as good as the other books in the series. I know a lot of people say that this is the best one. I disagree. I don't think it's the best one. I don't think it's the best one. Kill me. Really? Yeah, like, I think I would have liked, I don't know, I would have liked if this book wasn't in Haymitch's POV. Or, like, again, I have this controversial opinion. I don't like reading about the Hunger Games. I know I just said that my favorite book in the series is the first book, The Hunger Games, but I don't like reading about the Hunger Games themselves. Like, I wouldn't want, if Susanna ever published another book about the Hunger Games, I would not want it to be in the Hunger Games. I don't enjoy reading about these kids dying. I don't really, no, like, I just don't, because all the side characters are gonna die. So yeah, Susanna, evil mastermind. Poor Yale for what she did to my. She did not hesitate while writing this book. She did not hold any punches back. It should be illegal to write a book this. It actually should be against the law. I'm taking her to court for all the pain she caused me, but again, I heavily recommend it. Even as someone that did not love it as much, like everybody's like, this is my favorite book of the series. I did not love it as much as everybody else. I still would recommend it and would say, but I would say read this book if you really love the Hunger Games. I don't know, like, this is a book that I do feel like, I think not everyone, like, I feel everyone will like it if you have never read the Hunger Games. But if you already read the Hunger Games and you read this later on, you might be, like, I watched a creator that said she didn't love it as much as everybody else did, and glad I'm not the only one, but she said it was because she didn't, like, she wasn't a Hunger Games person. Like, I'm in Hunger Games TikTok, like, I'm seeing the theories, I'm there, I'm seeing the edits, I'm there, I'm very much there, I'm there, 42K, I'm there, the theories, I'm there, but, like, not everybody's there. I'm very much there, so I'm like, I feel like I'm on the loop, but not everybody's there, so, what was I gonna say? But yeah, again, I've said this like 20 times at this point. I would recommend it. I like the message that it sends, because again, how things are getting on in this country and things are just hitting the fan, I would indeed say everybody needs to read this book. Or just read not this specific book, I would say that read the Hunger Games series, because that one is pure perfection. That one I will recommend until the end of my days. I do have to say that if we ever got another, like, a lot of people want Finnick's games, and I'm gonna say I like Finnick, but I like Joanna more. If I was to read anyone's games, I would want to read Joanna's games. That's who I want to know what the hell happened to Joanna. Like, I need to know, actually. I want to know about Joanna. Joanna, she's my baby girl. Girlie deserved a better ending than what she got. My girl could not get a damn break, I swear. But yeah, RIP to my girl Joanna. Like, I feel like the only characters that really got a happy ending was Peter and Katniss, and maybe Annie and Haymitch. But like, all the others kind of didn't, in my opinion, to a level. Like, really few of, like, the actual, like, winners of the Hunger Games did not survive, and that makes me very sad. Yep. Very depressing. RIP. No. Yeah, again, I liked, again, I feel like my favorite book of the series is The Hunger Games, but the one I could yap the most about is this one. This one is the most I could yap about. Again, this is supposed to be a review for all the books, so, again, the first one is my favorite, and if you haven't read The Hunger Games, what are you doing? Are you really are you really hanging with the baddies if you're not reading The Hunger Games? But I do have to say, I thought I was never gonna read The Hunger Games because I don't read books with love triangles. I evade books with love triangles at all costs. I rarely do exceptions that I read books with love triangles, but for me, you would not catch me reading a book with a love triangle. Like, it's a really rare occurrence. And one of the reasons why I hadn't read The Hunger Games until like a year ago was because it had a love triangle, and I fucking hate love triangles. And I'm gonna say this to anyone that would want to read The Hunger Games or has read it, that was not a love triangle. As though love triangle where? Like, Gale is barely in any of the Hunger Games books. Like, I think the one that he's the most in is Mockingjay. We see the most of him there. But in all the others, man at most gets one chapter, and then we never see him again. Like, Katniss, the girly pop was gaslighting herself like, I'm gonna choose Gale. Girl, who's in your bed? Just who are you sleeping next to at night? Because it's not Gale, baby girl. Like, I remember reading the books and being like, yeah, girl, I feel like you were the only one who thought, like, girl was gaslighting herself so hard, it was absolutely crazy. Sorry, my eye. Like, girly, I remember reading the books and being like, gaslighting yourself, crazy. But yeah, like, Katniss was so into Peter, to me, is crazy. And I think even if I have this opinion that I think even if the Hunger Games wouldn't have happened, I still think she would have chose Peter, because Gale was just weird. Like, I don't hate Gale. I'm not a Gale hater. Like, I empathize with Gale. I think he's a sad character, and I do feel bad for him. But that man never stood a chance against that Baker. Like, he never stood a chance. Never. Sorry. But no, I mean it. It just, I wonder why I don't like the movies, like the Hunger Games movies. It's because they did my man Peter so bad. Like, Peter is such a baddie in the books, and in the movies, he's just there. Like, I didn't like that because in the books, Peter is so smart and clever, silver-tongued character, and in the movies, he's like, he doesn't flirt with Katniss as much as he does in the book, and it was missing. Something was missing. Like, no. Again, I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I don't like the movies. Actually, it's one of the main reasons I don't like the movies. I'm like, what they did to my man Peter? They took all his baddiness away. Like, no. So yeah, I remember I started I think one of the reasons why I literally started watching the first Hunger Games movies, and like the Hunger Games, and I stopped immediately just because I did not like how they were portraying Peter. Like, after the first movie, I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this anymore. Actually, nah. I didn't like it. Again, and the other reason is because I think Katniss should not have been played by a white actress. Who said that? Like, again, I feel like this opinion has become less and less controversial over the years. If it ever was controversial, I don't know. But I don't think so. I think it was Death's tone to cast a girl. I'm gonna say this, too many books or media that takes the rebellion, or it takes, like, I feel like you can make a rebellion and have a white person be like the main leader of that rebellion. But I think you can only do that if you're making it in another magical world. Like, I feel like Mistborn is fine that they're white because it's a different world, and because historically white people have had to rebel at some points. But if you're making that book take place in America, and I see this a lot with, like, the Maze Runner or The Handmaid's Tale. I don't think the main protagonists of those books should be white, because historically, the one people that have been oppressed in America have not been white people. And this is not me even trying to shit on it, but it just, something isn't catching. The fire isn't catching. No, but that's my opinion, and I still do think she did a decent job portraying Katniss, even if I wish a different actress would have taken up that place. Again, I don't know if I want to put my hand in this can of worms, but I don't know if I want to put and dunk my hand in the can of worms that I'm about to, but I have liked most of the Sunrise and the Reaping casting. The one thing is that I wanted I wanted Haymitch and Lenore to be casted. I don't know the name of the actor, so I'll put a picture here. I will literally have to look for a picture. They're both from the cast of Yellow Jackets. To me, that was my Eleanor and Haymitch. That's who I was imagining. I'm like, oh, this Haymitch, like, that's who I was imagining. Said Lulu, or was it Lulu? As a white girl. I was very surprised. I was surprised. I have seen so many different opinions that I feel like the people that I think should be okay with it are okay with it. So I'm like, okay, no, but so I'm like, okay, I'm just interested. Like, I feel like I think all the people from the Capitol were casted perfectly. Like, they ate with their tea of who they casted as as Effie and Plutarch, and like all the tributes I think they ate. And like, all, like, I love how who they casted as Effie. Queen slay. So I liked most of the casting. Most. I think there are some people that I'm like, but again, most people are okay with it, so I'm like, if we're okay with it, we're all okay with it together. But I do have to say, my one thing that I have against Susanna, and one thing that I don't like, this is for all authors, I don't like when authors are weird about describing how their characters look. Like, if a character is black, or white, or Asian, tell me, and I say this as someone that I'm a writer, I'm gonna be an author myself, tell me how they look. Don't book about the butch about it, tell me, explain it to me. Please, on the gods. Like, I hate, like, and it's not just Susanna, because I think Susanna is sometimes a bit vague, or I just think Katniss was vague. Like, Katniss had a tendency, when she was describing characters, to be kind of weird about it. Like, it was kind of a Katniss thing as well. But, like, I, like, especially with Katniss, because I have never known what olive skin means. Like, again, I'm literally under the sun right now, but like, the sun right now is making me look paler than I am. But, like, olive skin is, like, so, like, some people think it's tan. It's, like, olive skin is such a weird, like, term to describe skin. Like, if you're an author, don't use that, because, like, I literally went on TikTok and Googled what is olive skin, and there was this girl being like, olive skin can be pale, not pale, and I'm like, what does that mean, girl? So, what is olive skin then? Help me. Like, if anyone knows, please put it in the comments, because I swear, olive skin, I'm just confused. But anyways, I don't like when authors don't just tell me if their character is white, black, Asian, whatever. Why are you beating about the around the bush about it? Just tell me. Just write it. Like, I swear, I always look at fan art before I read a book, even if I risk the chance of getting spoiled. Because either, I do have to say, sometimes I don't listen to the description. Like, sometimes I forget about, like, how the characters are being described. And I'm like, oh, shit, they have... it's my fault as well, too. But, like, some authors are so weird about describing characters. I'm like, just tell me if they're white or not. Give me the description now. Like, they're so weird about it. And I'm just like, please, ma'am, tell me. You're killing me right now. So, yeah, I always start to look at fan art first before I read any book, just so I don't have to listen to the description. Just so I don't have to listen, because some characters are big as, some authors are big as hell, and I'm just like, huh. But again, I'm sorry I'm going on that rant. This is a review about the Hunger Games series, but Susanna is one of those authors that is kind of vague. like, when she describes Lenore, she's like, oh, she had, like, reddish hair, and this, like, caused the controversy. That, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was confused by the whole red hair thing, or, like, she had a tint of red in her hair. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that confused me as well. I was like, oh, what do you mean she had a tint of... I was like... I was confused as well. I feel like most people were a bit... I was confused. I didn't think Eleanor was a white girl, but I was a bit confused of, like, huh? Because I'm gonna say this, the Covey that I'm not even gonna argue about this. This is true. The Covey are very much based on Romani people, and Romani people can look a lot of certain ways. Like, it's, like, again, it's very broad community, and like, Romani people can be white and they can be very much brown. Like, so I was like, oh, it's possible that she's just, you know, like, the Covey are so very much based on Romani people. Like, this is not me even, like, when they were making the Hunger Games, the Ballad of Summer and Snakes, the clothes that they put Lucy Gray and all the Covey in was very much Romani inspired. Like, there was this Romani creator that I follow, and he was like, yeah, this is very much Romani, like, how we dress. So, like, I know everybody's arguing if, like, if the Covey are, like, Native American, or, like, this or that. I truly think they're Romani, and I think that the Covey are not just, like, their original Romanis, but, like, I think the Covey took in some people as well. Like, I feel like they're not all blood related, and I think they took some people in as well. I don't feel like anyone has mentioned it, but this is my opinion. Again, I love the Covey. Can I sing? No. Can I dance? Kind of. So, like, guys, this is my interview to be a Covey girl. I know. It's not like, I just, like, I love the Covey. I love Lucy Gray. I loved Eleanor. I like Katniss Everdeen. She is a Covey girl as well. We discovered in this book. Baddie. And so is Prim. R.I.P. for Prim. My girl Prim did not deserve that. Anyways, at this point, I'm just ranting in this video. But yeah, again, read the Hunger Games series, especially in this political climate, in this political climate, in this political century. Please read the Hunger Games. These books might be getting banned in some states, actually. So please read the books. Please remember Coriolanus is evil. Be stronger than me, because I indeed forgot he was evil while reading these books. Sorry, my throat. I have like throat issues, and if I don't spit a certain amount of times, my throat gets clogged up. So I'm sorry. But again, heavily recommend these. Please, everybody read them. You're doing a disservice to yourself if you don't read them. Again, like, everyone has to read them. But again, I love Katniss, and I would say I think my favorite character of all of the series was Lucy Gray, then Katniss, then Joanna, then Peter. But actually, no, I think Peter is before Joanna. Yeah. But like still, I love Joanna. Girly like I like Joanna more than I like Finnick. I know it's controversial. Like, I don't know why people are not more invested in Joanna. Like, girly, you just know, like, when we meet Joanna, she's lost everything. What did she do? Was she trying to rebel like Haymitch? Did she as well was, like, part of, like, a rebellion? And I need Joanna's book, actually. Like, that's the book I need. And I need Plutarch's book as well. Plutarch, I remember when I was reading the book, Plutarch was reminding me of Ellen because I have read, like, the Mistborn series is still in my brain. So, like, when I was reading it, I was just like, oh my god, is that you? So yeah, again, I heavily recommend these books. I do recommend tissues, because no one is safe in these books. Like, no one, like, everybody dying. Actually, illegal how everybody was dying. Rue? Okay, I heard, like, there was, when the Hunger Games movie were coming out, I was very young, so I don't remember, like, I do think I watched them with my mom, but I don't remember them. But I think there was, like, a controversy, or, like, when the movies were first coming out about Rue being black, that, like, were we reading the same book? Because I think that's one of the few times where Susanna Collar actually described a, like, character skin, like, well. Like, she was actually like, oh, yeah, like, were you all not reading? And not just that, but, like, the girl that they casted for Rue, I don't like kids, but that girl that they casted for Rue, the most adorable child I've ever seen. Like, me as well, I would try to die for her. Protect that child at all cost. Like, I would have been, like, even I wouldn't have had the heart to kill Rue. Like, the way that they made her look in the movies, she was so fucking adorable. Like, it was illegal for that tribute did to her. Sorry, a car is coming in. Sorry, but yeah, it was illegal. I prefer my girl Rue. Girly deserved better. But, just thinking of Rue and Prim makes me sad, but yeah, like, the girl they cast for Rue. Sorry, there's a car coming in. Okay, it's not my family members. That girl was so adorable and sweet. Like, and I think she was getting bullied online. Like, who could? Illegal. Don't bully actors for who they were casted as. Never bully the actors. You want to bully someone? Bully the director, the writers, maybe not the writers, or the people that I don't know who controls the casting calls. Bully them. Don't bully the actors because they do not have fault. Okay, if I was an actor, I don't know if I would take roles if the character doesn't look like me. I don't know if I would do that. I'm getting gigs as an actor is so hard that I don't know. But again, I really recommend these books. Your heart, Sunrise and Everything will break your heart. Something that I forgot to mention, I really liked how they mentioned Ravens and like Allan Poe. As someone who used to really be into Allan Poe, I really enjoyed that. And then, you know, I really wish we got to know more about Eleanor Dove. She was such an interesting character, and I really do wish we would have gotten to know more about her, because she just had that coffee girl magic that I love in these books. Again, I don't know when my next video is gonna be, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I say next week. Probably not. I'm probably not gonna make a video in a while, but I'm glad I'm back. Again, summer is coming, so I might make videos more frequently because I'll have more time and people will be out of the house and I'll be in the house because I'll have no school. But I don't know. Again, and my outfit, I don't even know what it was. I was trying to go for Cubby Girl because flowers. But again, I recommend these books. I just feel like I've said that 20 times at this point. I'm sorry for the amount of times I've said that in this point. But again, sorry, someone's getting out. Like, my window is next to, like, the parking place where people park in my house, so I just hear everything. So again, goodbye. Oh, no, goodbye. I feel like, did I have anything else to say? I feel like I feel like I should have said more about this book because this is my favorite one in the series. And because I feel like I'm always ranting about this to my my friends. But I have nothing to say. I don't know why. Again, it's the only one in the series that I was able to annotate. You can see. Yeah, in general. RIP to my girl Lucy. Actually, I think Lucy Gray got away. I think that's a bit conservative, but I truly do think she got away. I wanted to dress like for Halloween as Lucy Gray, but all the costumes are too expensive, and I'm way too broke. But you know, thank you for watching my channel. Read The Hunger Games, and watch the movies. I might not have liked them, but I feel like some people might. If you don't have the time to read the books, watch the movies because they do kind of send about the same message. So goodbye. May the fairies be with you, and guys, carry iron with you. Like, I don't know why I'm like on spiritual TikTok now, and carry that iron. You never know, and it's just fake. A lot of things are afraid of iron. So yeah, carry your iron. Be careful with Faye. I'm trying to do like an ending sequence, but I don't know what to say. But yeah, be careful with the Fae. Don't let the vampires in. And drink your water. Because I know some of you hosts don't drink water. Drink that water. So, I hope you enjoyed my Hunger Games review.